guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in World War Doh. Go ahead and download the game if you're new to the channel. If you're new to the game, the link will be in the description below. If you want to make money playing World War Doh or covering World War Doh, go ahead and check out the creator program in the description as well. Today we're going to talk about this deck. It is 3.0 Rex Cycle, and this is such a good deck, guys. No lie, really, really effective. Before I get into some matches that I want to show you how this deck works in, I want to make sure I cover one important factor in this deck, right? It is a Rex Cycle, meaning you have to play your Rex a lot, basically whenever it's in hand, as long as the situation dictates it, and you have to play your cheap cards a lot, right? So if you're only cycling your more expensive cards in this deck or one like it, it's going to defeat the purpose of the overall strategy, which is overwhelming your opponent with multiple Rexes. Get them to burn their best counters or their Rage Tower Commander ability on the first Rex, and then you're going to be able to cycle back to another one quick. How do you cycle back to another one before they're ready to respond to it? By using your cheap cards. So Caveman is a great option at 2 Doh, and so is Yetlings at 2 Doh. I have Anti-Freeze at 1 Doh as well. If you guys don't have all these cards or have them leveled up, just go ahead and sub in cheap cards that kind of serve a similar role. Looking at like 1 spell and 2 kind of melee cards. I love Yetlings, probably my favorite card in the game. Now I have a heal bot here as well. I have Mad Scientist for some range support damage, and I have the fish tank in this deck as well. And I love having a spawner in this deck because spawners complement the Rex really well, and spawners are a great starting play. I happen to use the fish tank right in the center of the arena as my starting play if I have it in my hand. That way we're spawning piranhas to both sides of the arena and just kind of overwhelming and annoying the opponent that way. So let's go ahead, and sometimes your opponent will waste their Rage Tower ability or whatever they have, their spells, on your fish tank, and that's good. It sets you up to go ahead and start cycling Rexes without a great response. Let's go ahead and show a couple replays that I have for you guys. I've just been slaying with this deck. I really, really love it. Let's watch this one first here, and you're going to see how it works, guys. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming, and it feels good. It feels good when you're on the winning side. When you're going against this deck, not so much. So here we go, guys. Starting out, I think my first play is going to be simply, I'm just going to chill for a minute here, I guess. But riveting match so far, riveting match. And that's what I'm talking about. I go with the fish tank, boom, right in the center. See how the piranhas kind of go to each side? That's going to prevent my opponent from being able to effectively cap their barrel. There's going to be a kind of annoyance there. You can see right there one of those piranhas going after him and preventing him from capping that barrel. Meanwhile, I've already capped my barrel. I'm cycling my Yetlings, guys. See how I'm just using my cheap cards? Caveman in the right, Yetlings in the left. I have my first dinosaur egg, and I already have my second fish tank. And he didn't even respond to me here. So at this point, I'm thinking, man, this match is probably already won, but I got a little bit too cocky. In this one or the next one, I forgot what match it was, but sometimes, and this is no matter what deck you're using, this is like the #1 tip in World War Doh, just gonna be very, very cognizant and aware of your commander's health at all times, right? Gotta be very careful. I'm sure we've all been there, where we've been in the lead, and then we just went in. We just went in for the enemy commander. So many troops kind of going on inside the arena that eventually you just get absolutely, wrecked, and we don't want that to happen, right? We don't want your commander to die when you're going in for the final kill. So here we go, guys. He's not doing much here. I have my heal bot. He's wasting all his dough. He wasted all his dough on just without a strategy, on spells essentially, and he's nuking me down here, guys, but it's not going to be enough. I use my Commander Rage Tower ability, and here I'm just going to kind of stick around and just use whatever I can. I use a buck there to help me finish off this right tower. I want to make sure I have it down, and I will use my heal tower ability in just a moment, I believe, and there it goes. And now we have the tower down. There's only 1 minute and 5 seconds left in this match. You can see I'm already in the driver's seat in this one, ladies and gentlemen. And as a matter of fact, look at that. The enemy commander is low health and his heal tower is down. I don't know even what deck this guy is playing here. But either way, I can't comment necessarily on the gameplay of my opponent here, but I can tell you this is pretty much textbook how you want to be playing my deck, right? The 3.0 Rex Cycle deck. Just things to note here again, guys, is that I am using my cycle cards in between. I'm just cycling. I'm cycling to my next dino, and I played that one dino egg, that Rex, in the right there because my left tower, I knew he'd be trying to nuke it down anyway. So I figured, you know what, we'll just go the long way. No big deal here. So again, I have a fish tank. And look at the time here, guys. Actually, this wasn't a close one. It was a close one, but not because I almost died because of this. I wait, I have my rage tower all ready to go. Now we go in. I wait for a little bit of tankage to come down. Here comes the rage. 6 seconds, 5, make it 4, and 3, 2, and literally with 1 second remaining, we take the tower down. Whoa. I should have actually, now critiquing my gameplay here, I mean, obvious to say in hindsight, right? I should have went in a little bit earlier on that last push, and that was, I guess, a little downside from having that dino egg there. So let's go ahead and go. Let's share 1 or 2. I mean, with decks like this, you guys kind of get the point, right? You don't have to watch, I don't feel like you have to watch 10 replays to know pretty much what you're trying to do with this deck. So here's my next opponent here. And we'll see. My most recent battle, at the top of my battle log, that guy actually gave up. So maybe I'll show that one as well here in this video. But you can see again, splitting the piranhas, the fish tank right in the middle like that. It's a great starting play. He's going to go ahead and use that witch in the left. He also has a mad scientist there in the left. We're just going to kind of chill. We're going to start capping our barrel. And again, our piranhas are going to annoy him and prevent him from being able to do so. So I see the clown car and I'm like, okay, I gotta go. I can't get this last dough. I gotta kill this thing, man, because it is very, very close. Very close. If not for that Buck's assistance, I could have been in deep, deep trouble. Probably whenever, the number one rule against clown cars is when you see them, you just stop whatever the heck you're doing and you go after it immediately, okay? Don't mess around like I did there. Don't try to cap 1 extra, 2 extra dough out of your barrel. Just go after the clown car. So here we go. He's gonna kind of go ahead, and try to nuke me a little bit here, but going a little bit more effective for him than the last guy, but still, we're just trying to be annoying at this point. Stop him from capping his barrel is what I'm trying to do here. Just, and he uses his rage. This will happen sometimes. He'll get frustrated and he'll use his rage tower. Now I know he has his rage tower. Now I know I can just drop as many Rexes as I want at this point, and I have a full minute basically for him not to go on the offensive and take down my Rex. So at this point, again, just trying to recoup some dough here, defend against this witch. I don't want to lose a tower or anything, so I go with some Yetlings in the corner. It's going to be a great response. Against witches, not a big deal in this deck, honestly, the one that I am, or my deck, the one that I'm playing, because essentially we can just go ahead and use our cheap cards to go ahead and kill the witch and we won't be cursed. Not a big deal. So there he goes. He heals up. Didn't do much damage at all to my tower. Meanwhile, check it out, guys. I have a Rex just chilling there in the right, just hammering away at his heal tower. Sounds good to me. I have to use my rage tower immediately against this clown car. I'm looking at 5 seconds remaining there. Doesn't matter. My Rex takes down that right tower. We're overwhelming the opponent, clearly going for some sort of a clown car spam strategy. I don't even know if he has a Mrs. Rex or what he has in terms of an expensive card, but either way here, I think this is the match where we might go too aggressive. Let's see. I had one towards the end of my battle log, but either way, I still ended up winning it, but I got very close. I had to retreat in, in the commander down mode, if you will. So there with 27 seconds left, I'm able to take that tower down. And let's see what happens here. I don't care if he takes my tower. Make sure you always focus on the heal bot before the commander. He does take my tower down. I immediately go ahead and use that heal. Want to make sure I'm at full health from here on out. He has that clown car, but look at it, guys. It was a bad play. 9 seconds left in the clown car and only 6 seconds left in the match. That's going to be GG's. A pretty easy victory again here, guys. And again, this deck is... as long as you make sure that you are cycling your cheap cards, you're playing as many Rexes and as many eggs as possible throughout these matches, you're going to be A-okay with this deck, guys. So I will show you, just to have it there, my very last battle. And where am I going? and then we will go ahead and call it a video. So again, I think that you guys will have tremendous success with a deck like this. Again, if you do not have any of these cards, there are a lot of viable substitutions. Just go cheap and make sure you're kind of serving the general utility, the general purpose of these cards that you'd be replacing. So in this match here, I probably won't show you the entire thing because I believe he gave up. You never know. I think I was in a pretty commanding situation on the proverbial chessboard. But then, and here I'm just being annoying. I didn't like my starting hand. I didn't have a Rex. I also didn't have the fish tank. So I just decided to go with, okay, let's just be annoying. Let's just kind of rush him, prevent him from capping his dough barrel, and wait for my my Rex to hatch, right? So here I go, just kind of chilling again, being annoying to him. Now I have my barrel, so I figured go ahead and cap yours, whatever. Cap your barrel drop. I won't let you cap your normal barrel. And here comes the Rex again in the right. It's very healthy. I start cycling in the back. Mad Scientist, I cycle a buck as well. I want to be careful right now that he's not using a bunch of splash. I go ahead and support my Yetlings, and then I go right in here. I go right in. I want to make sure I use my Rage Tower and help support this push as much as I can. I want to take down all these piranhas, everything that he has here at this point. I want to go aggressive, make sure we're getting that tower down or getting it very close to down. Look at the opposing commander's health here, guys. And I think this, not quite this second, but I think I set up another dino push, and this is where he either gave up. I don't think he made another move. He didn't move the entire rest of the match in just a moment here. So there it is, yeah, waiting for opponent, and that was it. So again, I'm not sure if he gave up, but I was really happy with my situation in this match. And again, I did it with a combination of being annoying, preventing him from capping his barrel drop, capping his regular barrel until my barrel was ready, and then just cycling my cheap cards, setting up that Rex, and again, setting up the fish tank behind it. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you do like the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I invite you to join my World War Doh journey. So guys, thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.